Y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. We're just gonna jump right on in, right? Last night, Funky Dineva was live, and this is a year of exposure. And he, for one, is calling out names. Flame Monroe and Tasha K had a conversation about him leaving Fox Soul, and he is ready to put it all to. So it seems like Tasha had an interview scheduled with Flame Monroe, right? And she used Funky Dineva leaving Fox Soul as clickbait. And the title was Flame Monroe, and I'm paraphrasing, is glad that Funky Dineva is not on Fox Soul. But he said whatever was going on with him and Flame Monroe has been blown out of proportion. And he went on to say that Tasha has used his likeness like twice in order to get her views on her interviews. Because he said there's really no beef between him and Flame Monroe. And I don't think he can with it. But he said, now I got to name names. So let's get into it. So he played the recording of Flame and Tasha's conversation. So he talked about how she talked about how Funky had gone live. He had like 14,000 views, 14,000 people, and Fox Soul roughly has about 5,000. And she said she was explaining to him like, don't do something that I would do. And when he came on the live, she thought he was going to say something, but he didn't say anything. And she was like, what's really going on? And then Flame comes on. So then Flame says that there was a good trio over there at Fox Soul, but Funky Dineva decided to leave, and he made a video explaining why he left. He left on his own accord, and he explained it. He has a whole post about it, right? But Flame is saying that Funky is upset not because they got special guests, but because they got Flame as a guest. So then Flame is alleging that Funky said that the only reason she is on television is because of RuPaul and T.S. Madison, right? And Funky was like, I knew that you were on Comic View because she stated when she was on Comic View. He was like, I knew that you were on Comic View because I watched you as a child. So Funky really ain't got no beef. It's just some stuff just blowing in the air right now. And then right before he stops playing the tape, Flame says he applauds Claudia because the show must go on. And she went on to say, one funky, one monkey, and one junkie won't stop no show. Now that was shade. So Funky said he was talking to T.S. Madison a couple of days ago. He was like, why is Flame really mad at me? Because Flame is saying that Funky Dineva said that she was not funny. Funky said it was because of an interview she did on the Breakfast Club, and she was anti-LBGTQ. And he was like, what you really mad about is he did a video, and he said he really wasn't trying to come for her, but he did a video saying that Flame is not for the community. I could see how she could be mad behind that. But Funky is like, let it be known. Call a thing a thing. That's all he's saying. Then he was like, I'm not sitting up here in 2024 having an issue with you. He said yesterday that he didn't have an issue with Flame. Child, Funky said who he has an issue with is Claudia Jordan. Let's just get into it. So Funky said that Flame is just a pawn in Claudia's game, right? And he was like, I'm going to save this. I'm not going to talk about the situation and the issue that he has with Claudia until something comes up and somebody gets froggy. And then he went on to say that he's very proud of himself because he walked away from a $250,000 job a year, right? And he said he's putting all that he put into Fox Soul in himself right here on his YouTube page. And he said that not many people will be able to do that. And he says he bets on himself. And I love that. Then Funky went on to say that now Claudia is trying to get her YouTube active. And why is she trying to get that active? He said because Fox Soul is about to be in the sewer. Is that what's going on? And then he said he's done. Child. So if you go on Claudia's page, this is in her story, and this is her YouTube link that Funky Dineva was talking about. So she does have something coming up. So over on T Jones TV, Claudia was talking about Funky's departure. She said she respects him leaving. They wish him well. There is no beef. And then she said that on streaming services like Fox Soul, like sometimes you have to make cuts. That's why Queen's Court was cut. It wasn't canceled because it was bad reviews or the show was bad. She said it was just very expensive. And she also said that they are trying people out for Fox Soul. And she said maybe Funky will try it again. Now, I don't know after his live if that could ever happen. And then I was on somewhere else and she was live with her friends. And I guess people in the comments were saying something about Funky Dineva. And she was like, nobody's funky over here. We've all had a bath. Because, you know, Claudia is a little slick at the mouth. You have to love her for that. But she went on to say that she gave Funky, like, she gave him a job. She put money in his pocket. She said she wishes him the best. And she was like, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to even talk about that because I'm here enjoying time with my friends. So if you all have watched this, if you've seen anything from Claudia and what you thought about Funky's live, let's talk about it in the comments because it's always something, right? When you get down to it, there's always something else. And maybe that'll be out soon. It's your girl Millie Chan. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.